What's going on, guys? Freak here from the channel Frost and Fist, and I know you're probably sitting here enjoying the Friday night live stream or maybe even the Saturday UK friendly live stream, but I just want to take a few seconds to talk about our merch. That's right, the Frost and Fist got some merch, guys. We got a lot of really cool things that we think you might enjoy, like for example this t-shirt that I'm wearing. You'll see the Wolf Brother wear it on occasion as well. Not only that, we even have coffee mugs. Come on, you don't think a nice cup of Joe tastes heavenly coming from this bad boy? I submit that it does not. We got a bunch of other things out there as well. You can get really nice t-shirts, tank tops. That's right, guys. You can go around flexing your hobby muscles in front of the ladies. Oh yeah, you can't go wrong that way. You can even get socks. You can even get that cool banner like the one we got like that one. That's right, that one. So we got a couple of things. Go check it out, guys. They're reasonably priced, and it will help us to continue this crazy cause. And thanks again for helping us out and giving us some support. Now, back to the show. What's going on, guys? Freak here from the channel Frost and Fist, and I know you're probably sitting here enjoying the Friday night live stream or maybe even the Saturday UK friendly live stream, but I just want to take a few seconds to talk about our merch. That's right, the Frost and Fist got some merch, guys. We got a lot of really cool things that we think you might enjoy, like for example this t-shirt that I'm wearing. You'll see the Wolf Brother wear it on occasion as well. Not only that, we even have coffee mugs. Come on, you don't think a nice cup of Joe tastes... It's Friday Night Live with your host, Wolf Brother Mythos and the Freak. And now for the car wreck of a show, the Frost and Fist.
All right, what is up, Mythos?
And I am Freak. And welcome to the show.
That's right, so good. We got a people. I saw it pop up on my end twice, and I was like, maybe that's not what they're seeing. No, it sure
I
is.
almost spit my coffee.
Oh man, the point is on the end of the bristles on your paintbrush. Happy freaking Friday for us. Got some great people in the chat.
Yeah, lots of good
We've
folks.
got Gamers with Coffee, got Lupus Canis,
Coffee,
Dave
cheers.
Dodge. We got the Commodore from High Orbit, and
not the 60s computer or 80s computer. Why did I say 60s?
wow. And also my partner for this weekend was our deadline for the Faith and Damnation Heroes and Minions, or Heroes and Fodder painting challenge. So yeah, I think we ended up with some really good stuff, guys, and I'm going to show you what Commodore and I came up with. We got our favorite Phoenix, the Flight of the Phoenix. Americans just invert their culture. That's why they invent their culture. That's why they created Donald Duck. Hey, if I could get the same culture as Donald Duck, I'm doing it. Just saying. I will take a swim in the gold pool.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Scrooge McDuck. Oh wait, that's Donald Duck. He said Donald Duck. My brain immediately was Scrooge McDuck. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take a
golden pool. Okay.
Oh my God, pool full of golden coins.
Oh yes, yeah, that I can. Yes, I relate.
Oh my God.
What kind of pool are you? I mean, unless it's a kiddie pool and it just left and you just jumped. All right, we're good.
Anyways,
what? You know,
it's true. It's true. G'day, Weather Pig, my man. All right, so guys, man, I have been busy in the hobby this week, and I got quite a bit of stuff done, mostly with the help of some of you guys during the Wednesday chat. Wednesday this week? Yeah, it was Wednesday chat. Yeah, I did a little paint chat on Wednesday, and that was cool, and got quite a bit of stuff done there. But also, I was working on my entry for the Faith and Damnation thing this week. This one from PG to PG-13. Kind of quick, yeah. Freaks joke with the kiddie pool and the swimming in a pool of gold just reminded me of Horrible Bosses and the guy who does wet work, and we immediately started to derail me, but we're back on track now, guys. We're back on track.
Save the rest for later.
Oh my gosh. All right, Freakaliciousness.
Hey.
What kind of hobby did you do this week, man? What you got for a poke chat?
Not a whole lot. I just this week I kind of took it easy because it's been kind of a hellacious week. So yeah, I did a little. Still hobbied, I guess, but it's more with computer gaming. So yeah, I've been really enjoying some time with the 7 Days to Die kick. Actually got some more of our friends on the game. So yeah, pretty excited, man. Our 7 Days to Die family is growing.
Awesomeness. Speaking of our 7 Days to Die team, we got Brother Oni in the chat.
Yeah.
Man, I based on Brother Spud's excitement for this drink. Brother Spud's been talking for a while about Yorkshire biscuit tea. And I finally got my hands on some for not a ridiculous price, thanks to Amazon. Because for a while, they only had the regular Yorkshire. And then this last time I looked, they had the Yorkshire biscuit. Dude, it literally smells like a cookie or a biscuit,
wow.
Depending on where you're from. And it tastes a bit like a cookie. Like if you had, when you dip a cookie into tea or dip a biscuit into tea, and you take a bite, this tastes like when you dunk that. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, every now and then I like to dip my biscuit into tea. Wonderful.
Yorkshire biscuit tea. Never heard of it. It's extremely good. I'm almost tempted to get up and go get the box.
It is. Well, I mean, not the tea, but Yorkshire tea in general is really good. It's a very smooth, very dark tea. It's a black tea. I mean, oh my gosh, dude, very good. And every now and then I'll substitute it for coffee. If I don't want to, which is rare because I love coffee. If I don't want to drink, nice hot cup of Joe, I'll definitely resort to Yorkshire.
It's good stuff, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't tried the biscuit tea. I'm really curious now. I'll have to try to find it and order me some. There's a little British shop not too far from here, so I have to stop by over there and see if maybe they might even have it because they carry a lot of the stuff from across the pond.
I drink PG Tips. That's not a censorship rating, by the way. So I know a lot of people are very divided on this, especially with our friends across the pond. Mm-hmm. And I know some people are either diehard Yorkshire tea people or diehard PG Tips people.
Yeah, it's the same old argument. Tastes great, less filling. Whatever.
Just like a lot of people are either Coke or Pepsi people.
Oh yeah.
And they're almost offended if you're on the other side.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm in a camp that maybe offends them a little more because I love Yorkshire tea. Love it a lot. I've bought 2 boxes of it by now.
I like Yorkshire.
2 of the really big boxes. But
I like
just
that and
because
some digestives. I mean, a nice big.
That's what this one tastes like. It smells like if you had some digestives and dumped it into your tea.
So good.
Steve goes both ways. That's why we love him.
Oh yeah.
He loves him a little cold.
A little colon?
Oh God.
Oh, cold.
Or like Gears of War, he likes to get on that cold train, baby. Anyways, but so I recently got some of the PG Tips that comes in the pyramid bags because I love pyramid bags, and that's good stuff too. The thing is that the regular Yorkshire and then the PG Gold are similar enough that I don't mind the difference between either. But then again, I'm also the kind of person that can go either way with Coke or Pepsi. So,
I mean, what are you going to do? Here's the thing. You go to a restaurant, and you say, yeah, I want Coke. I'm sorry, we only have Pepsi here. Okay, well, that's fine. What are you going to do? Okay, no, you know what? No, of course not. But you're going to get up and leave and go to each restaurant and say, I'm sorry, do you have Coke or do you have Pepsi? Because I won't drink Pepsi. I will not frequent an establishment if you don't have Coke. You know? No, I don't know if that's the thing.
Yeah. I have definitely seen some people, and I worked as a server for many, many years. And the number of people that would just fly off the handle when they say, hey, could you bring me a Coke? And you say, we have Pepsi. Is that okay, sir? Man. Actually, more people would come and of course, this is just my experience as a server, not a generalization of men and women. But more often, I would have ladies eat my lunch over having Coke or Pepsi,
really?
And not the one that they preferred.
I never realized that. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, because most of the time when I would be trying to get my tips from my table, and I'd suggest, well, I'm sorry, but we do have this. Most of the time when I would present that to the gentleman, they'd be like, whatever.
Right.
Just bring it to me. But man, more often than not with the ladies, if it wasn't the brand that they preferred, I'd get it.
They're asking you to take that glass in the back, and then break it in a couple pieces. God. Take the biggest shard and cut your wrist.
And bring it to me.
I'm going to cut you. I'm going to cut your gullet.
Oh. I keep it simple. I have a portable IV stand with wheels on it with coffee straight to the veins.
Do the man.
Oh, yeah. That's the way to... Man, I used to have to do these reports, and I'd have to do between all 7 of our sites, it was 120 LPO reports. They're called Loss Prevention Observation Reports. I'd have to do 120 of those every single month. Now, in theory, I'm the manager, and I have supervisors and site managers out in the field that would turn these into me. And so in theory, all I should have to do is review it, give it a few technical corrections, and send it on up. The problem is that a lot of my employees would type like they speak, or in some cases, because they let's admit, a lot of people, when they come straight out of, I always talk about how security, it has a lot of really amazing people at its core, but there's the beginning part where there's a bunch of people straight out of high school who are doing this just until they can fit the bill for college or decide what they want to do. And then the end of the cycle, people who are, I'm retired. I'm just doing this so I can get out of the house. And I could really care less what my supervisor says. Having about that make up about 50% of your team, you're going to get people who just don't care about, quote unquote, the system. And so when I'd ask for these reports, hey guys, the client's requesting this many reports, I'd get 4 or 5 that tried hard, 4 or 5 more that tried hard, but has problems writing. They struggle with the written language, and then the other 70% would just be I wrote something down and put my name on it, and I really couldn't give a flip. Here you go. That was the bulk of my work. So having to completely restructure information based on what they gave me, sometimes having to call back and interview, so at least I can try and put some accurate information of what they intended to go on the report, or what they actually saw or observed or witnessed or whatever. Put all that on the report, put it through the structure of the safety program there, or the loss prevention program, and then eventually make that into a cohesive report that can go to the client 120 times each month. God, my brain would just melt staring at these 100 reports every month. And yeah, I was working with Freak at the time. He remembers that I basically lived with a coffee IV. We
were constantly doing coffee runs, man. Always,
constant.
Dude, I would get up because while he's doing reports, right, I'm doing write-ups. Okay, his was the reports and mine were write-ups. It was how is it that my write-ups amount to almost the same amount of your reports? What? How is this? We need to fire a bunch of people. So I'm I get up, dude, I'm burnt out. You want to get some coffee? He goes, but you never ask. So here we go. Going for coffee for 12th time in the day.
Yeah. And I don't know what it is. It may just be in my head. I like Folgers, but something about those giant pods of pre-measured, economic service packs of
Like the Tide Pods.
yeah, but like the giant plate-sized ones that would go in those pre-made coffee makers at the Rock Lab
bags of
I don't know what it was. I like Folgers in general, but for some reason the big, industrial sized coffee pods for Folgers never gave me the same caffeine hit as like a cup of coffee you'd make for yourself or get at a restaurant. And so I'd be drinking and just pounding this stuff from, our little in-office coffee pot that we had to share. For some reason, the security office and the medical office were like right next door to each other, which was weird. And then you would think, well, these guys are, extremely well-paid and qualified nurses and doctors. Surely they won't let stuff just fall apart in their area. You would be surprised the number of times that they would let the coffee burn down to acrid chunks of coal in their office and catch on fire. And so there'd be plenty of times where it's like you don't even want to go near the coffee pot because it smells like sulfur. Just really strongly. Like, oh, I think there's so many demons in the in medical again. Yeah, but that's where the coffee pot is.
Call the Winchesters.
Anyways, so like I'd be chugging this stuff all day long from medical, and I'd start fading more and more, and you'd be like, "You want to go get some real coffee?" Hell yeah!
Here's the thing, man. We practically lived on that stuff, especially when we were doing post checks at night.
Oh yeah. That's when you introduced me to those big Bubba containers that can keep your coffee lava for like a 9-hour shift.
Yep, keeps your head from hitting the steering wheel horn.
Oh man, I don't know if we've shared the story or not yet before. So when Freak and I would do these checks in the middle of the night to make sure that officers at 7 sites across the greater Houston area, so typically it was about an 8-hour drive to all these sites, are doing what they're supposed to on the weekends and nights and not screwing off and doing things like working with no pants inside the camera booth. I wish I was making that one up, but Freak and I both came across a young lady with just no pants. Okay, so let me tell y'all, as a manager, I'm going to be less mad if you were like legit trying to pay attention to the cameras and you just keep drooping, you're having a hard time, you're struggling. Maybe you had a rough day, you couldn't get any sleep before work. And you're struggling. Man, I wish I didn't have to stay up all day. Man, I wish some people can't sleep during the day. I had a really good, blackout system across my window, so I could get it pitch black in my room at night whenever I had a working shift. Some people don't got that. Some people really struggle to sleep during the day. So they're just barely nodding off.
Kami says, I need details now.
That's one thing. Freak and I, there's this, okay, typically there's a few names for a hub of sites that it gets all the electronic alarms and cameras and where they get all the digital security stuff. Sometimes it's called a security center, operations center, a dispatch office. There are different names for it. At this particular site, it was called a command center. Anyway, so it was the weekend and it was a holiday weekend. So they had dismissed the security staff that watched the doors and stuff like that. And the only people that were working there that day was the people in the command center, because they had, basically it was like, okay, lock up all the doors and the only 2 people we need there are whoever's watching the cameras. Okay. So this person, I guess they thought that they could go turn up over the holiday weekend. And they weren't going to have any supervisors or bosses hanging over their shoulder because the site was closed. And the building wasn't open to any of our, regular tenants of the building. And they're in a locked security office. I guess they felt really safe there. So often when we find a site that's closed down like this, and there's only 1 or 2 people working there, we really get the feeling like somebody's going to be screwing off when they're not supposed to be. I know it's a really big surprise that sometimes you can't assume that, some grown-ass adults are going to do the right thing. But it happens sometimes. So Freak and I would do things like, instead of, if people knew we were coming, instead of having to walk, 5 blocks, we'd end up pulling up right in front of the valet doors and leave the car in front of those doors, run inside, do our post checks. But days where we felt like someone was going to go off, I'd have, or Freak or I would pull up to the delivery entrance, typically where like 18-wheelers and stuff like that would park to drop off their goods and stuff. Anyways, we get downtown, and this one officer was in their security thing, and this site's really cool because they have like these James Bond doors. That's like a giant space tube.
Oh yeah.
And you scan your badge, you go into the space tube, the tube opens up and shuts, pressurizes, and then opens up the other side, and you can step out. And only one person at a time can get in. And it's pretty cool.
It was very Star Trek-y, and not only that, but the walls were like white. Everything was just white.
So, but what I was saying is that normally, because you can hear the door pressurizing and depressurizing, anybody in that security office can hear you. But since Freak and I came up the delivery access way, we came up through the freight elevator, which, if you've got the right level of access, can go around behind the security desk. So we come up to this person, and when you come up that way, it's like there's the back door to the manager's office, and the manager's office leads to this little middle area where you can't quite see the front. So anyone like maybe walking by the front desk can't see, but the officer can see out.
Right.
It's like a little area where like the officers take their breaks and stuff like that, stash their bags. Freak and I went in through that back door, and this
individual
had a whole ass sleeping bag, a nap time blankie,
yep. Look up the whoopee, yep.
fuzzy slippers, an extra long t-shirt, and I don't know if the long t-shirt was covering or anything, but like you just couldn't see pants. Like trousers specifically for our UK friends. Like, just apparently got to work and got changed into her sleeping setup, rolled up the sleeping bag and said, "I'm not just going to take me a nap. We going to bed."
Full blown bedroom, right?
Yeah, full blown. Like she had a one person slumber party.
I was half expecting to see like a nightstand and a little lamp or something. Yeah.
Let me tell you about this goofball. So she panics and jumps up whenever she hears the back door open, right? And for some reason, she kicks aside the pillow and sleeping bag, and it's like trying to shake herself off, but she's still carrying like the little blankie she was curled up. She was still carrying that around, but she's like, "Gotta get rid of this pillow and sleeping bag."
Gotta get rid of the evidence. Oh God.
And she's talking with us. She's still cradling it to her chest. I think she was too sleep brained to realize she was still holding it. Let me tell you about this fool here. And I went in and I started to get upset because, like usually Freak is the one who's a little more hardcore on people. And I try and be the, he's the bad cop. I'm the good cop. But a lot of times when I feel like my trust has been breached, I get really upset. I get ready to go off, and then Freak puts his hand out and says, "So where is it?" I'm like, I look at him funny. She looks at him funny. He goes, I was sure you had a teddy bear here. Where is it?" What? The teddy bear? He's like full on for like a whole minute. He's like is asking her about this teddy bear, and you can tell her brain is still sleep addled. She has no idea what he's talking. I have no idea what he's talking about. He's like, "Well, I mean, obviously you thought the sleeping bag was okay, and you thought the slippers were okay, and the pillow, and where's the damn teddy bear?" I'm just like once my brain caught up with the class, I was like, "This goofball." Nothing says James Bond style security like no pants and fuzzy slippers. I mean,
it was so much fun. I mean, this is the kind of crap we ran into. And obviously, this was a moment that, like he said, typically I'm like, okay, this is a very, I tell you what, when do you want to go ahead and, get your paper served? Do you want them now or do you want them after your nap? Just total butt, right? No, I was having too much fun with this. This is like, so where's your teddy bear? What? Your bear, your little Pookie bear? It's, surely you got, you got everything else, right? Where's the teddy bear? He's just looking like.
Well, she tried to bring the teddy bear, but the teddy bear was unauthorized. Can you imagine taking that visitor badge picture of the teddy bear?
Oh my god.
Oh man.
The crap we used to.
Explains how James Bond's villains escape all the time.
Meeks, my brother. Welcome.
Meeks. Clap them cheeks, baby.
Yay!
Execute Commander, happy Friday, my brother.
Freaking Friday, bro, Chacho.
Imagine having to fingerprint the bear.
Oh man, yeah, we've come across some really interesting,
Freak, I don't know. Are we supposed to put this teddy bear in the lost and found, or put them in the holding room until the police arrive? I'm not sure.
Oh man, Professor Fuzzy Britches, you're gonna have to get back to the lab. Karen, pants back on and look alive next time.
Oh my god, the things that we came across in security, man.
But what I love the most, I think, is what was so interesting and look, the ingenuity, the imagination of some of these officers was just through the roof, man. I'm thinking, how is that even possible? How do you come up with this? And we're sitting there just, tell me more. Feed my brain with the stupidity. Material, I mean, I swear, we came up on this one old guy, and I think we told the story before. This one older gentleman, he was our security, and he was at night, and I mean, he is sitting, chilled back, got a book, I think it was a magazine or something, and he's just, he didn't see or hear us coming. Dude, we were like ninja. We were walking out slowly, and we got right up to the podium, and he goes, hello, sir. He got up, and you can see him like lightning flash. He just like skimming rocks, right? He skimmed that book, and it flew underneath the actual desk. And he stands up, because officers it's supposed to stand up in attention. And I look at Mythos, and I'm like, I told him in front of him, I was like, you see that? See that? And he looks at me, he goes, yes, Major, I think I did.
I love, like, Freak acted like he was at a magic show. He goes, that was pretty good. Some sleight of hand, like, not like just to me, but like loud enough for the officer to hear. That was pretty good. Some sleight of hand. Wow. Like, could you do it again?
Right? He goes, do what? No, just grab the book that you just chucked underneath the table. It's okay. I saw you throw the book. Let's not pretend. So he very slowly, very carefully grabbed it, and I'm like, come on, man. We saw you do it. Just admit it. Take the lump. It's all good.
What's funny is, like, I remember specifically it was two books, two little mini magazines, actually. Like, one was a crossword.
Right.
And one was like Soap Opera Weekly or something like that.
It was really strange, yeah. But at first he goes, oh, that's what it was. I asked him. I wanted to ask him, have you been reading any material? No, sir. Come on. You can tell me. Be honest. No, sir. Rereading is not allowed on post. So the book that you just chucked underneath the table, that's not yours? Oh. Could you do me a favor? Go ahead and reach down and grab that for me, please. Go ahead. We'll wait.
There's nothing to grab, sir. Freak used to love to use this one line. So you're telling me if I pull this camera right now, in fact, I think you've got the camera controls there. Could you just bump that back for me just a little bit? Well, I'm pretty new. I don't know how to bump the camera back. Oh, it's really easy. You just got to hit that back right there. If you tap that one button, it'll bump back 30 seconds. You tap it a couple times, it'll go back, a minute, but it'll be 30 seconds every time you hit it. Oh, well, nobody ever showed me that before. You go ahead and tap it. I don't think I can do that, sir. Oh, so you're saying if I walk over there and I tap that button back just a little bit, there's not going to be any reading material. He just slowly kind of melted down onto his knees and got the reading material. I guess he was trying to debate if it would be more embarrassing to just pick up the reading material or to go over and tap the back button to show himself reading. Freak like putting people in these little situations where they're like, which switch is worse? Do I get the big one because it's going to break my back, or the little one that's going to whip me?
Honestly, though, I think the confrontation was probably far worse than any write-up they would ever encounter, And I figured, what? They're going to get this write-up. It's just going to be a slap on the wrist. Because honestly, we just didn't have we didn't have the personnel. So it was like, what? Instead of doing all this and we're not going to fire the guys. Guys, just keep it. Let's just have some fun with him. So hopefully next time he won't be stupid.
No, Bond. I expect you to. Is that a sleeping bag? I'm sorry. This is so unprofessional. I'm trying to take over the world, and I can't have professionals in the workplace. Phoenix says, "Please tell me that was a smut book." Not that time. No. It was just like a soap opera book.
Yeah.
But we have caught somebody with the magazines for it, and they said, I found it on my patrol tonight. I was going out to Lost and Found. We checked the badge scanners. They never left that room.
Again,
I was holding the book for a friend.
I love it. It's not mine. The ingenuity, the imagination, and they come up with the wildest, the most craziest stories. And you're like, dude, do you see that there? No, I know it's dark in here because it's nighttime, but even though there's lights all over, right? But you can see that right there. That's still on, and that has the ability to see you. And we have the ability to go and see.
I'm going to sit here on camera and read these magazines. This was my turn to be a sarcastic jerk because I said, I bet you brought these to work for the articles.
Right? Great articles. I mean, you always have to protect yourself. Great articles.
There was the deny, and it's almost always the same. There's the deny. Am I going to get fired? Like you can just see the moment that they give up. Please report to security. God. Oh, okay. Lupus got a point. Non-stop wargaming. And it's funny that there are so many things that will derail us. All it took to derail us, we've been on a 30-minute conversation now about security over just Greg saying, yeah, sometimes I wish I could have coffee and doing an IV into my arm. Boom. 30-minute segment.
Total professionals here at the Frost and Fist. And we want to welcome you to Non-Stop Wargaming here. You've seen it here. You heard it here. Tell your friends.
Oh no, that was just the point of origin, Greg. We don't blame you whatsoever. This is us and the squirrel moments for sure.
We actually have squirrel blood in us. No.
You said we'd never talk about that ritual once we were done.
Somebody's gonna find out. They're gonna find out. They're gonna know. They're gonna know.
Coffee to Jugs magazine. That's quite the leap there. That's like the old Adam West Batman. It's like, All right. So Greg was talking about coffee,
Yes.
which led them to
His
management.
methodology, yeah.
From management to security to Jugs Magazine. I got it, Robin.
I think I know it.
It's the main reason I watch. You're just as mad as me. Oh, got it. You know, it's the old Alice in Wonderland quote. We all mad here. All right, so we got some more gaming in this week, guys. First of all, those of you who watched my Wednesday show will already have known, but I got some good work chipped away on some Ludas here. Still two of them that need some weathering. So next to their brothers, these shiny ass guns look too bright. So I need to weather them up. And then 5 tank busters. And all of them, at the very least, have their base color coats down. So, you know, if I chose to, I got their 3 color minimum. I could stick them down on a gaming board. And then, I sent some art pictures to your personal, not to the Art of the Week channel.
Okay.
Those will be what Kami and I accomplished this week.
Okay. You want me to show you those now? Or?
Yes, please. It's kind of my hobby catch up for the week. And I am really pleased with how these kit bashes came out. So, in fact, you can only be proved to be mad. You cannot be proved to be sane. See, caffeine motivates the mind. You right. Both of you are correct, in fact. In fact, we talk about that a lot when it comes to dating, is waiting for that hidden madness to come out.
Yeah, at some point, somebody's going to say, I'm crazy. Yeah.
So this is Commodore's chaplain here. And he is, not chaplain, judiciary conversion. So it's kind of got a blade guard feel plus some of that judiciary. And I love the blade he's done here. Using the blade guard blade instead of the normal judiciary blade is an interesting visual, is a great piece of visual interest. I like how it's got actually, the colors representing wiping the blade and wiping it off. Looks great. Wolf Wraith, my brother. Good to see you. And of course, I always love Commodore's color scheme for his Imperial Fists. What really stood out to me, though, with all these things that I do like, is also the cloak here. It has some really nice, vibrant red pop. But yeah, I really love Commodore's piece. Cool thing I really like is Commodore painted blood on the bottom half of the blade here. And then we talked a little bit about adding a sense of movement. So he went back and cleaned up and left less red on the bottom half of the blade to actually kind of show, accentuate the fact that he's wiping off the blood, kind of adding a little movement to the piece. So really well done.
Very nice.
Also, I had never realized on the model before looking at Commodore's that there's like a sleeve that he's not wearing on the side there, which makes me think of Orin from Final Fantasy X. Love how it tells a story. Nice work. There you go, Kami. Ooh, I don't know why I sent that one. That one is not the completed one. I guess because I wanted to show off the checkerboard and the boom. I guess I'm feeling a little more comfortable with freehand, man, because I actually painted on that boom.
I like
and
it.
I even went with a little black around the edges to accentuate the letters a little more.
Looks great, man.
Thank you. So I like to call this one da yeet. Or my favorite thing when I look at this is thinking of the Samuel L. Jackson quote, "I'm a hit a mother trucker with another mother trucker." So yeah, this was a fun little piece. And, I was telling Commodore, whether we, win, lose, draw, whatever, I think, these are some great pieces we put together. My favorite is you'll see a little versus piece coming up with my guys looking to the left, his guy looking to the right. And, just how they're coming together. The lens there on the binoculars is first I usually do I just do a lens effect, or I mean a gem effect with translucent paints and silver underneath to try and do lenses. But this time I actually did the darker paint at the bottom of the lens, then lighter paint in like a crescent moon towards the top, and then like just a dab of white on each lens. So anyways, this was a really fun piece, and these 3 models bring me up to 77 for the year, so it's pretty nice.
Love the flames, man.
Thanks, man. Hey, what do you think of the little helmet there on the Grot's base?
Love it, dude. What is that?
That's a really, really weathered and beat up Imperial Fist.
You dirtbag.
Well, to match comics.
Oh my gosh.
I had to tie them together narratively.
I think we're about to have some technical difficulties.
Thank you, everyone.
Wow. Now you can see the holes in the head. Oh my gosh. Looks great. The whole piece looks very well done. Very free.
Hey, Phoenix has 4 models completed. Very nice.
Oh. Why? God.
Do you see Oni? Oh, that's a VII Legion helmet.
It was until it got shot up to hell. Hang on. Work here.
Right on.
It'll be a simple one. I just gotta we get to keep chatting. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to. Well, I've got Running Bear here. Running Bear sent me a gaming list I hadn't had a chance to go over yet, and I thought it would be good to take this opportunity while you are doing the work thing real quick. So, looks like Brother Running Bear is going to be working on some blood angles.
Blood angles, yeah.
Blood angles. That's me being a goofball, by the way, not him misspelling it, sending it to me. I'm just being a goofball. All right, so his new list says he's doing a Flesh Tearers successor chapter.
Nice. I
love Flesh Tearers. They just seem so cool, and the whole rage thing, or at least I liked them until, they turned on their Space Wolf brethren and, became dickbags.
God.
But I like the idea of the Flesh Tearers, because I feel like, I can relate to the whole, anger issues, bloodlust problem, while you're legitimately and trying to get the job accomplished, trying to do the right thing, but giving into the rage subconsciously over and over again. That whole thing about the Flesh Tearers always just seemed neat to me. Let's see. So, attachments, we got some company veterans with bolt gun and storm shields. Right on. And so it looks like just a regular bolt gun. They get to use the special ammunition, right? I think so. Plus, he's got a captain of Wrath and Rage, Gift of Foresight, double Astartes chainswords. Very cool. Jump pack, Angel Exemplar. Interesting. Is there are one of those chainswords a special chainsword Running Bear, like Teeth of Terror conversion or anything like that? Interested, let me know. Then he's got Gabriel Seth, pretty cool. HQ, Sanguinary Priest with a chainsword bolt pistol, with Selfless Healer, jump pack, and no, he's got the Teeth of Terror. Teeth of Terror on the Sanguinary Priest. Very nice. Let's see. He's got a squad of Assault Intercessors. Very cool. Infiltrator Squad. Very nice. Intercessor Squad. Very nice. Got some Blade Guard veterans. I love me some Blade Guard veterans. I really need to actually finish getting mine on the table. They've been sitting here for another one. Okay, it's a special chainsword for the Flesh Tearers. Very nice. Yeah, I figured you wouldn't be spending the extra points on the captain if you weren't going to beef them up a little bit. Some servers, I guess just for some extra bodies and maybe some objective capturing, I'm thinking. Some multi-melta attack bikes. Very good, very mobile, great for capturing objectives, and fantastic amount of firepower. I have like 2 more I need to paint up because they're just so good in the game right now. Eliminator Squad, some of the best snipers in the game right now. Eradicator Squad, some of the best anti-vehicle. Actually, 2 squads of Eradicators. All right, so it looks like you got you some sweet covering fire, some good objective capturing, and then some upfront, in-your-face melee bladed goodness. Yeah. I like it, my brother. I like it. Very cool.
How's you been feeling?
Yeah, I hope you're feeling better, Running Bear. I know that, you weren't feeling so great before. So, and of course, if you don't want to talk about any of that, here in the chat, feel free to send us a private message. We just want to know if you're okay, man.
Yeah, glad you're up and at him, brother.
We've been playing a ton of 7 Days to Die lately.
All your fault, by the way. All your fault. All your fault, my Running Bear.
Weather Pig is looking to get in some competitive play too. So pumped for his first Lord of the Rings tournament. An all-orc army gets bonuses against men and Wolf Riders for Mythos, Orcs and Wolves. Hell yeah. Phoenix, in the last week I built an Immolator, a Sister Squad, a Retributor Squad, and a Palatine. And fixed an Exorcist. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you have been busy in the hobby. And, one of the cool things, and actually I was feeling a little bit of this a little earlier in the week. So she had been frustrated because apparently part of her tank, her Exorcist tank, had been put together incorrectly. I think she glued part of the chassis backwards. And it'd been like that for a few months, but she actually has put in some elbow grease, got it fixed and turned the right way around, got it glued in paste, got some some putty to seal in the gaps and all that. And now she says you can't even tell that it was glued incorrectly for about 5 months or whatever.
Very nice.
And I think that's awesome, because when you are frustrated and you feel like you jack something up, but then you turn around and when you fix it and you see it looking the way it's supposed to look, when you thought, oh man, I've done unscrewed it up. That to me is huge. I was telling Freak earlier this week, I'd finished the first 2 guys, right, out of my trio that I needed for my project. And I was almost finished converting the 3rd guy. And I was scraping away because like the arm was kind of misshapen that was going to hold the missile. And I probably could have left it. I'm like, how much detail are people really going to look at the arm holding the missile? It's got to have the missile. It's going to be resting up against the missile. It's probably not going to draw that much attention. But I had to be a perfectionist about it. Went to scraping and cutting and filing, and then snap, the arm came off the model, flew into the abyss, touched the floor, disappeared in the warp. And I like another piece had broken at that same time too. Because the arms on Grots are like really thin, small connective pieces, And so anyways, so I had broken a couple of parts and one of them disappeared. So it was going to be hard for me to even, I was like, oh man, I don't know how I'm going to make this kit bash look like the way it's come out in my head. And I've only got a few days left and I feel like I've messed up my project. And I decided to stop for the rest of the night.
He was pretty upset. It was pretty.
I just didn't even want to continue on. So he's like, man, you sound pretty pissed. Why don't you just get on 7 Days to Die and we'll kill some zombos instead? And so, I did that, slept on it. Next morning I went in with...
That's when everybody was being goofy as hell. We were having a good time.
Yeah,
man.
It was... That's the worst thing, losing a piece. Exactly. It's like, not only do I not know how to fix this, but now I don't even have the parts to continue on fixing this. Mm-hmm. So anyways... But eventually it all came together.
Fantastic, dude.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
See, once again, overcame it, baby.
Overcame it, baby. So yeah, I think that's always the best feeling. And so, like I mentioned to her earlier, because I used to get really frustrated about this. You know, sometimes you get to a solution, but like by the time you get to the solution, you're so stressed from the trouble you went through to get there, you don't even enjoy the win. And I was just like, well, just remember. And she, you know, she's pretty positive person, so she was probably already there. But I was just like, just remember.
Shut up.
Oh man, that it's always, you know, the effect you achieve at the end that, you know, is really the telltale sign of your skill and ability, not the troubles you went through to get there, but overcoming those and getting to that end result should be what you take away from that. Because sometimes I can fall into that trap really easily and just get stuck on the parts that I messed up. It's like, yeah, but it looks good now. What are you pissed about? Yeah, Honey, that was so weird. Someone got shot in the face randomly. It was actually really shocking. And sometimes into the sea with you. Or outside Spud's window, as it may be.
Excuse me. So, okay. I don't know if I want to elaborate this stupidity, because, I mean, honestly, I think it was senseless. I think it was
senseless violence.
Senseless violence, indeed. You know, so the thing is, in our server, right? The server is set up for it was not meant to be PvP, but let's just say friendly fire is on. And Brother Oni says, "Hey, yeah, I can make you guys a cement mixer." I said, "Great. What do you need for that to make one?" Okay.
Somebody said, "Man, I wish we had a cement mixer."
Right. And he goes, "I can make."
Oni said, "I can make a cement mixer."
Right. And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we need a cement mixer, so you can make one." Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just don't have the parts.
So I was like, "I've got the parts. I've got plenty." And so he goes, "All right. Well, if you bring them to me, meet me here at the hospital," which is like
his base. Yeah.
His base, and it wasn't too far. So I figured, you know what? It makes sense. You know, I'm going to go ahead and leave the comfort and the safety of my base to walk to his. But of course, he's making me the cement mixer. In my head, I'm thinking, yeah, this is good. And so I finally get there. He's showing me around, being silly. Yeah, this is my place. There's a, you know, nice little hole in a wall. Here's this. This is where I sleep. These are all the dead bodies. I'm like, okay, great. Let's get to the cement mixer thing. And so he goes, okay. So I give him the parts. I say, here you go, man. And next thing you know, he goes, I can hear him talking to himself. And he goes, okay, where do I'm trying to figure a place trying to see where I can put it. Where can I place it? I said, place it. Just put it on the ground so I can pick it up. You're making a cement mixer for me, right? That's why I brought the parts, right? And he's looking at me. And so during this time now, he's got the shotgun pointed dead at me. And I'm like, why do you have the shotgun in your hand? Why is it you pointing it back at my head? And nothing. There was no exchange of words. We just stared at each other. You could hear crickets and zombies in the background. But
oh, no, you forgot the hilarious, awkward moment when he's like, so where do I put this? And Freak's like, you can just drop the item and put it on the ground. I'll pick it up.
Right.
Why? So I could take the
right.
The cement mixer. He's like, yeah, but I'm trying to figure out where to set that up here in the base. And then there was just an awkward pause, and he goes,
right.
You do know that, you know, I'm having you make this so that way I can take it back to my base, right? And there was like a quiet before Odie answered him. He goes, but I needed one in my base. Okay, but I said, or can anyone make this? And you said that, and I said I got the parts. And he's like, yeah, you offered to give me the parts. Got quiet.
So, needless to say, he had a shotgun pointed at my face, and I had the stun baton. No, I wasn't necessarily pointing at his face. But I was thinking, I can predict the outcome to this, but by golly, I'm gonna have the satisfaction. And the moment that I clubbed him over the head, you hear clunk, pull the trigger, bam, and next thing you know, I was dead, senseless. I tell you, completely senseless. No, you had the shotgun already pointing because you were holding it around the whole time. So anyway, yeah. Needless to say, yeah, it was not self-defense. It was senseless, needless violence. Yeah. So now everybody knows the dirtbaggedness of the Oni.
Wow.
It was. I have to tell you though. I even told him, I said, you know what? I was more impressed. I'm defending my honor. I was more impressed with how fast he pulled that damn trigger. I'm serious. Look, the moment that my stun baton came down, dude, all you hear was clunk, pow. It was like, what? I got to take this fool drag racing. This cat's got a reaction time that's faster than a cat, I'm serious. It came down, and just as it connected, I'm seeing myself dead. Like, it's like an instant dead. It's like, here comes down and dead. Like, holy crap, you freaking killed me.
What's funny is the rest of us on the server, there was no audio clue that Freak had hit him first. We just saw we just heard them having a disagreement over whose parts and whose machine this was. And then, Freak has been slain by Brother Oni. And we were like, what the
right? They're bracing, like everybody's bracing for like,
Freak's about to be so pissed.
Yeah, like this thing's gonna get nasty here. I'm like, I was dying laughing because I was like, oh my God, you freaking killed me. And that was it. Everybody lost it. They freaking lost it, dude. Like, I didn't do a damn thing. I didn't touch you. He goes, yeah, you hit me. No, I didn't. Nonsense. I didn't hit you. Yeah, you hit me with stun baton. Shh, no, you're imagining it. No. And of course, Lily came like, oh yeah, just like you didn't hit me when I was climbing out the window. I said, no. I told you I was gonna find the person that did that. I was not responsible for that. For Atlas. It was a lot of fun. Oh my God. Yeah. So it was.
Once the murder was over, we came to the logical conclusion of, why don't we just make 2 cement mixers? Yeah. But first, murder had to happen, apparently.
Yeah, sacrifice had to be made, right? So, all right, whatever. Again, in his defense, somebody did hit him. I don't think it was me. Because honestly, I don't remember. What happened so fast.
That's called brain damage.
Wow. Oh my God.
Meanwhile, Atlas wanted you to go into his hole. Hey, this is a family show.
Yes. So a lot of things were happening during that time. I mean, you know what? I better not. I'm just saying, there was things that were being said. I'm like, I feel very uncomfortable right now. Got cookie setting.
Andy's got some ice cream.
Sit your fat ass down.
Anyway.
Chris. You sexy.
Why are you so good at that? Oh, man.
That's what I thought I was hearing from Brother Atlas.
Freak. Sit your fat ass down.
What? We have to stretch those cream. I have to do it.
Don't forget to stretch those creamy hamstrings.
All right, so we have been off topic for about an hour now. What do you say we take a look at?
Meanwhile, back at the war game.
It's wow, we were right on the same link.
Poor Lupus. I came to see a war gaming show. Damn it!
I was just about to say, what do you say we take a look at some of those articles?
All right, let's change.
Oh, other one last thing I forgot to mention about the hobby. You guys, some of you saw I was working on Stormcast Eternals last week, and this week with Brother Oni's help, totaled up some points, and I have almost 1,000 points. If I build everything that I have almost 1,000 points of Stormcast. However, it turns June in a couple of days, and his birthday is in July, so I'm really going to have to hustle because I have to build and paint. I have to paint one squad of Liberators, and then I have to build and paint a squad of Paladins and Castellans and Griff Chargers and my Lord something or other on dragon thing. You guys, I'm really good at Age of Sigmar, just so you guys know. I'm not trying to blow people away with my knowledge here. I'm not trying to make y'all feel bad that you guys don't have as much Age of Sigmar knowledge as me. So please don't feel bad. I'm not trying to stretch on y'all, flex on y'all too much. But it's a Vandus Hammerhand on a dragon-like thing. So yeah, that's a lot for I'm not a fast painter, so that's a lot for me to try and get done in only 6 weeks, but I'm going to give it my best go. And you know, the logical thing would be to start on that right now, having finished my orc project. But here's the thing, I've got 10 11 of these half finished orcs from my live stream Wednesday, and they're so close to being done. While the logical thing would be to stop and just work on the Stormcast over the next few weeks, they're so close to being done though. Like, now also logically there's 10 of them, so even being like 70-80% done shouldn't in theory take too long. I know I'm not good at batch painting, and the fact that there's keep saying 10, forgetting about the Spanner boy over here. There's 11 of them left to do, and the number by itself is going to make this process much longer than it needs to be. But I'm just looking at this green and black sitting here, and I'm like, I need to finish these guys. Finish those first, then don't sleep to paint the Stormcast. Boom, you got it. Those are some rookie numbers. I have 70 models to paint by then. And, you know, like, I'm less intimidated by the painting them because the paint scheme is, a good scheme, and it's not an overly complicated scheme, and there's not a lot of like Space Marine pouches and details kind of thing. For the most part, a lot of Stormcast are pretty smooth, you know, just a handful of details. And so it shouldn't be that bad. However, the building, guys, I'm like the slowest model builder on the planet.
So I think I got you beat.
So I don't know. I think building, you seem to like blow right past me. Like when you built your Imperial Knight, and I don't even think that instructions came with your box. You were just kind of putting them together. And I was just like, oh yeah, freak, I've been working on my Knight for a couple of months. And I look back and you've like passed me up. You're like, yeah, I did a little building this weekend. Here's my mostly finished Knight. And I'm like, what the hell? drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. So yeah. Also, I'm thinking I might try and look for a couple of single figures, because I have a couple of units. Like I have a squad of 3 paladins, which I think you could take a squad of just 3 paladins in the older edition, but now you need a squad of 5 paladins to make a unit. And so I have my squad of 5 that are still in the box, but then I have 3 that are already kind of assembled and painted, and I need 2 more to go with them. So I might try and look up line like eBay or something like that, so that way I can try and fill out that unit. So it'll be 1 more unit in my corner. Trying to strip the paint off the 2nd edition Tyranids I picked up. Got distracted and started opening up other model kits. So it's like a nerd tornado was blown through here. That happens with me a lot. That happens with me a lot, my friend. So I never really show you guys my desk, and I only show you guys like, hey guys, here are the 2 or 3 projects that I'm working on. But at any given moment, and I'm going to do the really actually, you know what? I am not going to do that. I think I can be somewhat smart about this and not give everyone motion sickness.
I get the Dramamine ready. And he's gone. Dramamine.
Okay, so that's actually my desk there, guys. And you can see it's got there's the orc units that I'm working on, and there's the Stormcast, and then I've got some cyber wolves on the back here that are already assembled and ready to go. And here's like a half assembled Murderfang conversion here that I still need more parts for. And over in my paper clips, there is my Blade Guard guy who still needs to be finished at some point. Okay, just hanging out, just chilling there. And then if we go across, there's another couple of Stormcast guys. Then there's my White Scar Blade Guard that have been sitting here for forever in 3 days. My I've got 3 White Scar Centurions that have literally been sitting there for over, I think, about 2 years now. I've got a couple of these D&D wolves I'm going to be painting up for a friend. Back here, I've got my Slash Captain with Teeth of Terror build from Brother Freak. I need to paint for my White Scars. And I've got an Orc War Boss there, because I actually have 2 Orc War Bosses, and I need to finish like the GW one there, just because in case I'm ever playing with anyone who won't let me use the 3D printed ones, I'll actually have a legitimate GW one. So yeah, there's on just my desk there. Oh, and let's not forget one of my favorite conversion pieces that I've glossed over. There's my Blade Guard Captain conversion for my White Scars. That's based on Xinjiao. So that will be my Arun Khan, Captain of the Dawn. So yeah, I've got way too many projects on my desk at one given moment. And that's not even including the stuff that I just mentioned that I need to build and paint for the Stormcast army. So I really need to get my life together and actually sit down and get into painter mode or build mode.
You make it sound like, you've been on meth for 3 years. Man, I gotta get my life together, I just gotta get my life together.
Hey, I live like 10 minutes from New Caney. It's possible.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Pale Orc, my man. Wah. Rising Twitch streaming badass Pale Orc. So I'm feeling you on the whole hobby desk. This is a nerd tornado thing, my brother.
My problem is that I can't continue unless I clean it. So I'll get it nice and spotless, and then I will get destroyed even with the simplest thing that I'm putting together. And I'm like, good God. And I look at it, I'm like, I don't want to paint here anymore. I'm like, who did this? Oh, it was me. So it's a horrible, horrible cycle.
To be fair, we all are crackheads.
This is true.
The plastic crack.
Crack of the plastic.
Fighting words, Mythos. Hey, I get it from Brother Garrett's meth jokes, okay? All right, guys. So what do you say we jump over to those articles? Let's talk a little chapter approved, guys. It's time for the twice a year points rebalancing, which honestly, Atlas, I'm from New Caney. Guys, I'm just joking. There's good people in New Caney. I'm just joking. And before I moved to Kingwood, I was in the New Caney area too. Oh, Frosted Fist new brand of cereal. Before we make the jump, since you're still taking a look, I do want to mention, and I really should have found this. I'll post up a link here in a minute, but I want to try and show off for the peeps here. Guys, check this out. I got an orc shirt from G the Hyper Sapiens, nice. Hyper Sapien wear. Yeah, a little war boss here. Whoa. So anyways, this is from G's Hyper Sapien wear line. Really like it. I've only got 2 shirts with orcs right now, and one is of Spud as an orc on the Chilling Wargamers shirt, and this one is orc specific. So it's freaking awesome.
Wow, that looks like bait to me. That looks like bait.
You know what's funny is I know he was looking, he's doing the accent, but for some reason I read that middle part as cow. So I must just have like this post trauma I'm dealing with. Anytime I just see those letters together, TU, he must be talking about the tau.
He added the A somehow.
Should I do the accent? Should I take the bait?
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a trap.
Instead, we're going to go on to the article, and I'm going to pull up G's Hyper Sapien line for anybody who wants to get you some Hyper Sapien wear. You want to get you some orc wear or weirdly creepy clown stuff, which I'm not here for, but the other stuff, If you're a fan of creepy clowns and things like it and stuff like that, he's got that at Hyper Sapien wear too. I'm here for the orc stuff. There we go. There's the store. And guys, actually not sponsored, right? I don't get anything from showing you guys this. I get no cut, no feedback. I just like the workwear that G the Hyper Sapien does. So if you guys are interested in getting you some orc merch, then click on this for the wow. All right, so this first we're looking at, man, I haven't even finished collecting all the Marnie Skalgar Marvel comics, and now they're doing a set for the Sisters of Battle. That's pretty awesome. That artwork looks great.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I mean, I don't see any Imperial fists on there, but yeah.
And I guess it's the Sisters of Battle seem to be, I can't tell if they're fighting the Sentinel or if they're fighting alongside that Sentinel. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out because it looks like the Sentinel was, on. Like
Yeah, I think it's giving them
Yeah.
some supporting fire. So they're fighting, or they're either fighting with guard or fighting against heretic guard. But pretty cool stuff.
Sound like a little creepy baby action.
Yep, getting rid of all those in my sister's army. I think somebody said that since I'm throwing out all the creepy babies from my army that they wanted. I can't remember if it was Thomas or D. But yeah, this looks awesome. I'm really digging it. So yeah, something to look into. I need to finish collecting the Marnie Skalgar comics too. Chapter approved, coming up soon. And of course, this is the points rebalancing. Now, one could easily say, man, there has been almost, there have been very few competitive play situations since the last chapter approved, and they could get very upset about this. Some people could get really upset about this because they just did kind of a chapter approved points balance in a pretty recent White Dwarf. And you're thinking, oh, wow, points balancing for $10 with White Dwarf. That's awesome. But then, here comes a full size book, chapter approved. You get your points rebalance here. And they're not even the same points balances that were in the magazine. So it's like a completely new points balancing. And if you could easily think to yourself, didn't they just do this in the magazine a couple months ago? I mean, either way, Freak and I are both super casuals. So for us, it's not going to make that much difference. We're going to wait for Battlescribe to get updated. We're going to plug in the points via Battlescribe, and it's not going to make that much of a difference to us.
I'm just tired of, the bitching, and I'm just over it, because honestly, I could sit here and say, okay, once again, level inconsistency, I just don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Some things get a little more balanced than others. They want to keep things, adjusted for competitiveness. And so we're going to see, it could be inconsistency, or it could just be, balancing for better play of the game.
But it's balancing at a price. There you go.
Well, I mean, it's balancing for a price if you pay the price.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, like I said, people like you and me.
Yep.
We're gonna completely. We're gonna skip over this $40 book, and we're gonna get us some Battlescribe.
Yep.
Teabaggins, my man. Good to see you, brother.
Little teabagging with teabagging.
So first up on the list, we got this Land Raider freak. I know you love playing your Land Raider.
I do like it. You know what? I may have to redo.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about this part?
Okay, so it says here that among the oldest and most powerful vehicles of both Adeptus Astartes and Heretic Astartes alike, the Land Raider is a true Warhammer 40,000 icon, yet the high points costs of these indomitable tanks have often seen their number limited on the tabletop and their loss in battle keenly felt. At 265 points, including their standard weapons, yes, really, Land Raiders of every variant and faction are in a much more competitive place within their respective vehicle pools moving forward. What's more, a spearhead detachment of these armored behemoths isn't out of the question anymore.
Very cool. So points dropped for Land Raiders, and a lot of people weren't taking Land Raiders because a lot of people felt like they were overcosted. I think you and I still played Land Raiders, but a lot of people felt like they were overcosted and not worth taking. But a toughness 8 behemoth with 4 las cannons is hard to say it's not worth anything,
Wait, did we just do 7 Days to Die chat just now? That just freaking happened?
I just figured I'd answer the question without having to interrupt you.
No, that's fantastic. Not only are we professional mini wargamers, but we also answer any questions to do with 7 Days to Die. Just type in your question to 7 Days to Die. Frost and Fist. Okay. Storm Speeders. Right.
Oh, my cheese gone.
So, the three types of storm speeders, the hail strike, hammer strike, and what? What? You interrupted me again? What?
Yeah.
God
No,
dog it.
just before we move on,
Oh,
we
okay.
kind of got distracted with 7 days chat there, but
Yeah.
to comment on the Land Raiders, the
Oh,
fact
yeah.
that they're going down in prices again.
That's
So
fantastic.
absolutely. So a lot of people don't like the Land Raider because they feel like it's contradictory purposes, because you've got heavy weapons, but then you've also got troop capacity, right?
Yeah.
And then I know I'll use both of them, which is not incredibly efficient, but I also like the Crusader version where it's better to get close. So I'll take the Crusader version and take my boys, like my Terminators or Wolf, and park them right outside someone's door. A lot of people say, though, if you got, it's so expensive because you got all those big ass weapons. They're like, why would you drive that up to your opponent where they could just tag it in close combat? Sure, now you can shoot in close combat, but like I've done to you before, if you got a Land Raider sitting on just a bunch of orc boys, you're kind of wasting those las cannons by firing them into
into useless
orc boys, right?
Right.
So I can understand why some people think, oh, well, why would you use it as both the transport and las cannons?
It's not worth it.
But I still like doing that to a certain degree. Although most of the time I run the Crusader version that's got the bolters.
Right. The thing is that since you can't really take, especially for me, you can only take firstborn in there, so you can't take your
your primaris, anything
stuff. Yeah. So it's kind of. I mean, the thing is, you have to weigh out the cost on it. Okay, is it worth taking this out there for the cost? You can't really transport anything that you might have. I mean, I may have one squad of Space Marines. Like, it's like, do I really want to? Do I really want to take this, or just take it for the shooting power? And that's pretty much what you have to balance out. So,
and that's what I'm about to say, is that you kind of do what the other half of the population does with them, is take it an empty Land Raider and just use it as a gunboat.
Exactly.
And then oftentimes you'll like park that on a back objective, so you can shoot all the way downfield with your las cannons. Right. But then also, I mean, very, very few things are going to be removing that toughness 8 objective holder. Unless somebody comes and visits your back line,
Right. And again, that is the kind of decisions that somebody's going to have to make when they're, if they want to actually take a Land Raider. Okay, do I want to take a Land Raider to be, to be able to transport and to be the pew pew, or do I just want to do pew pew? So yeah, it just depends on what you want to do,
Absolutely. And I think now with them being so much cheaper than they used to be, still it's 265 is huge, but at least that's including their weapons now. So it's going to be a little more viable than it used to be.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people still have their own Land Raiders and they really would like to play them. So just remember, you still can't take Primaris. So the thing. So now the Storm Speeders are a thing. Yeah. So the Hail Strike, the Hammer Strike, and the Thunder Strike are devastating mobile weapon platforms. What are we laughing at now?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Kaiju says someone will come in via the backline delivery entry and catch your commander under a blanket and without pants.
God, you're not wrong.
No, man. Nope.
Devastating mobile weapons platforms, with each variant representing a real boon to the arsenal of the Space Marines. What's more, at a mere 135 to 160 points each, depending on your favored brand of punishment, they are likely to become quite the staple when it comes to fire support on the battlefield. Really cool. So the Hail Strike, Hammer Strike, and the Thunder Strike have gone down in price as well. So
very nice.
It's force. Wow.
It's a shame that right out of the gate these are considered too expensive for their purpose,
right?
And need this adjustment. Because they're such cool looking models, except for, of course, Brother to Nitrous up top. But aside from that, they're such cool models that, it's a shame that they already need an adjustment, because it feels like they just came out not too long ago. But it's going to be good after the adjustment to see more people put them on.
Again, I'm not at all upset with the fact that they're making these point adjustments. Because remember, when it first came out, dude, the price for everything was I felt was a little high. We were talking about that when the ninth edition rolled out, and we are like, I'm not sure if I really.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I was kind of like, I'm not crazy about this. Now it's like, okay, you're going to take less, on the battlefield, and what fun is that? Because everybody, like we said, we like to take our toys.
We like our toys,
yeah. And so now I got a feeling I think this is good. This is good. This is a good move, which will allow people to take more of their toys. So I'm okay with it.
Good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, the Immortals, but we don't want to talk about them. All right, continue. Wraith Guard and Wraith Blades. Those who are actually doing
So I've got my brother's Eldar Force, and one day I'm going to pull them out and play them and learn to use them.
Yeah, you pull out and play with them. What?
And anyways, so I've got a bunch of Wraith Guard. I think I've got 2 or 3 full squads of Wraith Guard with the what are they called? The Wraith. Is
that a wolf?
Cannon. The D scythe, the death scythe or whatever.
Gotcha.
They which are like the flamer weapon. That's they're like a flamer that used to do I think it was the special kind of damage from 7th edition. They used to be great. Unfortunately, it used to be too good, so they got nerfed really hard in 8th edition. I'm not sure how good they are now in 9th edition. I think they're probably a similar profile, but the fact that they're coming down in points makes them more useful.
Right.
And I want to. Oh man, but so I want to try some of them. But one of the things is that when Razzie was using these, the flamer guys were really cool because they were like, it's like a magic kind of flame, a spell flame kind of deal.
Right.
However, these guys, Belay's my jam, and so you got these guys that can go twin swords or axe and shield, and that always seemed really cool to me. And I never really saw people take the melee versions because for the longest time people said the melee versions of these guys were trash. But now, because taking objectives and holding the midfield and the little boost that they get to survivability with their shields and stuff like that, they're actually pretty good for either getting in combat with the smaller board or holding the midfield objectives and using combat to try and their shields to hold these objectives from other troops taking them.
Yeah.
So I think that the shift in them, the fact that they could be pretty good now, are going to be a cool addition to the game, and I want to see more people take them.
Right on. I love Steve Baggin's little idea. That would be so cool if I can 3D print a Mario, and it's put him in there instead of a Space Marine. That would be awesome. It'd be Mario Kart. Yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah.
The conversion beamer and the decanting, cool weapons that were nerfed out of the game. Yeah, Razzie really loved running them before they got nerfed into the ground.
Oh, let's see. Infamous Ghost Warriors of the Craft World, Eldari, are formed primarily from the ranks of Wraith Guard and Wraith Blades. They may not be as big as Wraith Lords or the towering Wraith Knights, but each such construct is worthy many times the warrior of the races. If you're a fan of the Craft World, whatever, you're going to love this one. With Wraith Guard having dropped to 35 points per model and Wraith Blades to 37, you can field them in much greater numbers than before and watch as they silently, efficiently annihilate your enemies. Okay.
Still relevant when you want to have them in your force, though. That's good because when I do start playing with Raz's Eldar again, I definitely want to use them. If for no other reason, I mean, they look cool, but aside from looking cool, if for no other reason, then the fact that when they were Raz's army, he loved that unit, and I would want to keep the feel of the way he used to play, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Here comes the guys that take your pants.
Gene Stealers. Gene Stealers and pure strain Gene Stealers. Whether they're fighting as the vanguard of a Tyranid swarm or as the killer elite of a cult uprising, Gene Stealers are swift as a blur and utterly deadly. Now that they're only 13 points per model, or 15 for the pure strain variety, we're sure the maximum unit size of 20 Gene Stealers is looking all the more tempting. Those are just 5 of the most noticeable changes in the points values found in the Munitorum Field Manual, MKII. You'll find plenty more surprises when you're flickering through your copy. So make sure you pre-order chapters. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, pre-order.
So, yeah, I mean, I have a lot of memories of getting the beat down from Gene Stealers. I hear they're overcosted nowadays, but I remembered 7th edition because they had you could take them in such large groups, and they had like the rend on their claws, so they could do that. What was it, AP -3 or whatever? Back in the day, you know, it was they were tough, and I remember like Joey taking like 60 Gene Stealers against me at one point, and they were all just eating right through my armor. They need to come on with the contents of the new Thousand Suns Grey Knight box set. Oh, they will. Oh, they will. I wonder if this is, I mean, this can't be the whole box on screen.
I don't know.
Because a lot of times when they do these show pictures,
Right.
you know, they're kind of like little previews. But like there's nothing new here. Hopefully, if they're getting a whole new box set, they get something new.
Yeah. I do like that mech though. Gosh, dog it. That is
the Grey Knights one.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. That is just. I'm serious. Every time I look at that, it gives me Matrix vibes. You know, that's kind of what it looks like. You know, especially with the how the weapons kind of hang out to the sides with the stabilizers on the top. Man, that's so cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've always that's been one of the armors I've always been like, maybe I'll do Grey Knights someday. And then I never do. But maybe, you know what would be really great? Well, you know, I think would be absolutely fantastic if with this resurgence of Grey Knights would be if we could get Brother Garrett back in the game with his Grey Knights. That would be awesome.
What would it take to get him on? You know, what would it take? Kind of bribery.
Get him back into Grey Knights. Maybe even get him on the show at some point. That would be so amazing.
Gosh, that would be freaking awesome.
Man, I would love for that to happen.
So yeah, that's a thing. The codices are out. You know, for Thousand Suns and Grey Knights.
Yep, they coming soon, and they coming with that all new box set.
Oh, you can download the update point.
So here's something that's a little weird.
There they are.
So them coming out so close to chapter approved, you know, because meth freak.
What the hell?
What would it take to get him here back?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. We did say Uncanny, right?
Okay. Like I said, that's where I get the jokes from, is from Garrett. Because anytime you're like, man, what should we do? His go-to joke is always, I think meth. What you guys want to eat? Probably some meth. What's it going to take to get Garrett on the show? Meth.
Oh yeah. So okay.
All right.
So, moving along here.
If anyone could hook me up with a dime bag, y'all just let me know down in the combat.
Whoa. No. Hey, we shall retract that statement. The Frostin' does not condone.
We have to pay for our guests on the show, guys. So
God.
If you don't have any available, sour cream also works.
What the heck?
Mario and Luigi Space Marines, Orc Bowser, Peach Battle Sister, Guard as a Toadsman, Wario a Nurgle Champion, Waluigi a Necron, Bullet Bill and with a Grot riding it, just jumping the course. Nice. Oh, that would be awesome. You could do a whole Mario Kart track like that. Do a whole little diorama.
That would be so cool. I'm telling you, man, it could happen. All right, what do we got here, Mythos? Depth of Sword,
So you guys know that I'm excited about the new models that they've been showing off for Sisters of Battle. I picked up, you know, the Piety and Pain box. I'm so ready for new Sisters, and with the new the new codex coming out, they're getting a little bit of an adjustment to the way to play. So you're going to get hymns now, which hymns basically, of course, being like, religious songs, right? Holy songs. So they're basically going to do the same thing as a chaplain would for Space Marines. It's going to be the same thing. So we're going to get our own little kind of chaplain for Sisters of Battle, which I think is pretty neat. And so this is previewing some of the hymns or buffs that you can get with him who the different kinds of buffs you can get with Sisters of Battle.
Yep, this is a Catechism of Repugnance.
I know him. But Wings of a Butterfly is a great song. Anyways.
That was random.
Oni said him who? I know the band. Seen him perform live.
Right, Catechism of Repugnance. So, with the holy bolter, we shall cleanse the mutant, the alien, and the heretic. With the Emperor's gift, do we deliver our hatred of defiler. If this hymn is inspiring, select one friendly Adeptus Sororitas core or Adeptus Sororitas character unit within 6 inches of this priest model. Each time a model in that unit makes a ranged attack with a bolt weapon, you can get an unmodified hit roll of 6 automatically wounds the target. If that attack targets a unit within half range, the armor penetration characteristic of that attack is improved by 1. Ooh.
Very, very nice.
Okay, so alternatively, you've got the Chorus of Spiritual Fortitude. The Emperor protects the faithful from the corruption that lurks in the darkness. If this hymn is inspiring, then select one friendly Adeptus Minestrone core, Adeptus Minestrone character, or Engine of Redemption unit within 6 inches of the priest model. If that unit or its models are being affected by any psychic powers manifested by enemy models, the effects of those psychic powers on that unit and its models end. Until the start of your next command phase, that unit and the models it contains are not affected by any psychic power manifested by enemy units. So that's one thing I have noticed that on Sisters or the sororitas. So they're very psychic leaning, right?
They're very anti-psychic.
Anti-psychic leaning. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So like in the lore, one of their whole jobs is to hunt down heretics, including the witch.
Right.
Enemy psychers and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's
pretty interesting.
Yeah, very cool. They're like Templars from Dragon Age, and the fact that they receive special training to hunt psychics and stuff like that to keep them from using their powers.
Right.
So it's pretty cool. You can
wild, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think they already, unless they take it away in the new book, have a stratagem that lets just any of your random units, instead of having to have a psychic out because they don't have psychics, to try and counter someone else's psychic ability.
Right.
So I think this kind of adds to that little bit of lore.
Right. And finally, Warhammer stores are rewarding the faithful with the Adeptus Sororitas coin. Yay, the coin.
So not a lot in the way of an article here, but a little sneak peek at the coin. I have enjoyed the coins that I've collected so far. I've got a Daughters of Cain one. I've got a Space Marine one, a Space Marine / Necron one. I've got, let me get my little book out so I can take a look. Space Marine Necrons. I've got Daughters of Cain, Slanesh, and Chaos. So it would be cool to actually have one for a faction that I play in addition to my Ultramarines one.
Yeah.
And there was pictures of the Orc coin earlier this year, and I think that'll probably be coming out with the new Orcs. So that'll be cool.
Oh, you got to get one of these coin holders, man. Wait, you got one? Hold on, I can't see you. Hold on. No way, you actually do? Shut the hell up. Okay, yeah.
Yep. So remember when I told you I did the right thing and returned, we went and paid off the rest, Heidi
Yeah.
and Payne, and the guy's like, "Oh man, for being such an honest, cool guy, you're gonna get free stuff every time you come in here." But then
Right.
like he ended up resigning.
Right, right. Different guy.
But anyways, this was one of the freebies I got. I got a couple of coins and I got one of the carriers. And a couple of like the
Oh, that's cool.
little things like stickers and stuff like that.
That's good. All right. I'll let you show that you're better than me. Okay, great. Okay, so we're going to go on. Along with the commemorative coin, June's miniatures of the month is also Adeptus esteemed. Clearly, our prayers to the God Emperor have been answered. Boom.
Very, very nice.
The Morvenval.
Dude, I dig it. Honestly, I feel like Dragon Age was a Warhammer fantasy game that just didn't know it.
Maybe.
You know what? I feel like you're right.
Maybe.
You're right, my brother. You're right. Of course, the spiritual strength, squad strength is blessed by the smooth guitar, tones of Creed as they prepare to meet their enemies on Twilight.
Well said. Well said, man. Well said. Australian Jesus.
If they're listening to Creed, can we get What If? And they can really go into battle rocking.
Ooh, man, can you imagine?
What If is my favorite.
Oh, man. I still have a video of you singing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you were getting into it.
Oh, I love that song. Now I want to make a warrior monk as Creed and have the organ take. Or convert up, some of the chaosy bits off of a Noise Marine playing the guitar.
Yeah. That's right.
There we go. All right, so that just leaves us some free chat with some of these beautiful people here at some Art of the Week.
Art of the Week. It's kind of my favorite thing right there, man.
Caught up on the comments. Yeah. And yeah, so we can move on over. If anyone wants to submit their work for tonight for Art of the Week, make sure you go ahead and send it on over to us. Whether you want to send it over to us on Instagrams or my Facebook Messenger, or of course we have on our Discord the Art of the Week submission page on our Discord. You can do any of those things, and if any of you are interested in joining our Discord, I can throw up a fresh invite right now. I was reminded by our brother Kaiju there that these links expire, and I need to make sure that I'm refreshing them, when we do our shows. So I'll send it to you first, Freak, and then after that, I'm going to copy and paste that here. Copy link. And if anyone's interested in joining our Discord, that they are not going to be able to. Okay, well, that's too many characters there. So I'm going to select all, delete it, ka-chow, and we're just going to go ahead and click on it and get the shortened version of the link. I forget when you copy things in Messenger, it adds in the Messenger URLs. Yeah. And suddenly makes your link like 500 characters long.
Yeah, it's just Messenger being Messenger.
Yeah. Well, there you guys go. There is the link to our Discord if anyone's interested. Hey, Mythos, have you gotten another Marine from McFarlane to try painting? I have not. I told you guys I'd found a second one at the local Walgreens by my house, but when I went back for it, it was already gone. So somebody else had stumbled across the awesome deal that I had.
Very nice.
Unfortunately, so I'm gonna need to try and find one online since I haven't found any more in my area. Also, the new White Scars one and looks amazing, and the Sisters of Battle one that's gonna be coming out at the end of the year. I think that one looks amazing.
I don't remember seeing that one.
Yeah, show. Actually, you know what? That wouldn't be a bad thing to post up with our links here. Let me try and pull that down real quick.
Yeah, I remember seeing the White Scars one, but I don't remember seeing the Sisters of Battle one.
It's
Was it a body as well?
Yeah.
Damn, why did I miss that?
It's a pre-order right now. No, this is the unpainted one too. So come back over to Messenger. So here, Freak is the unpainted one. And I'll see if I can find one of the painted ones while you show that. Oh.
Ooh. What?
Actually, I can get
only
this on
20
Amazon right now.
For how much? Is it about the same price?
$20. Yeah.
They want 25 for the GameStop.
That's the unpainted one. They
Oh.
usually mark that one a couple dollars.
They do that. Makes no sense. You imagine that the
because they're a little more rare.
oh, yeah. Still cool looking though.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Okay, there's the one of the painted ones look like.
Just
Yeah.
to me?
Yeah, if I remember
That's it.
correctly, it's like the unpainted. They're like when they do ship a case of them.
Right.
If I remember, it's like they only one of the unpainted ones comes in the box, so they're a little more rare.
Oh, I do remember. We talked about this. We were actually wondering. Okay, geez, that's actually cool looking.
Oh yeah, I want one.
The black background seems to be better on this for some reason. Oh, that is a cool pose. Nice. Hey. Oh, so it's okay. Completely posable. Very neat. Oh.
Oh, nice. Yeah, brother, I will definitely hit you up, my man. And then I saw that they had one on Amazon of the Order of the Bloody Rose, but that one didn't look stock like this one. It looked like somebody had pulled it out of the package and painted it up.
Right.
They have good articulation. I just wish they had thigh swivel for more posing. Nice.
So cool, man. Ooh. Okay, I'm getting lost now. Oh. I may pick one of these.
One of the unpainted Hellblasters. You can give it the old. You can give it the old fist treatment if you know what I mean.
Oh man, I like it, dude.
And this seems so much more reasonable. Oh wait, this is one of the. Okay, this is one of the 1990 ones.
Yeah.
Okay. But I remember we looked at an Imperial Fist specific one early last year, and it was like $90 or no, yeah, $90, something like that. And it was like, ooh, teabags, that would be awesome. I'm gonna hit you up offline, my man. Yeah, the Blood Angels ones look pretty good. They all look fantastic.
I love this. Oh my gosh. Good luck. Okay. Man. Actually. What else we got, Homer?
Dude, we can get up a couple of these and paint them on the channel.
Wouldn't it be neat, dude?
Yeah, it would. It'd be a great little project.
All right, let's talk and see about getting them then. Seriously. Get them for the channel.
Yeah. In fact, I cashed out our channel funds the other day, so I can definitely do that.
Let's do that. Get one each.
You got it, man.
Holy crap. I'm excited. I have Excite. Oh my gosh. Oh, that'll be so freaking cool.
All right, you guys heard it here. We got an upcoming project for you.
Yeah, man. I'm going to record it too. That is awesome. Oh my God, I can't wait.
I plan on doing a head swap with a DC Multiverse Mohawked Wonder Woman as the custom sister of the Thing. Nice. Oh yeah, the $90 ones were higher quality. That's absolutely correct. I mean, these still look amazing. I love the way the McFarlane ones look, but yeah, the Bandai ones are supposed to be the high qual ones. Starting, yep, right there with that Eradicator. Finished up a Blood Ravens Eradicator.
Freaking beautiful.
Yeah, this is so clean. It honestly looks like the same, like it looks like the same size of the figures we were just looking at, right? Because this looks like stuff that's like printed on, not stuff that's like painstakingly painted in. Look at, I mean, just these tiny hazard stripes.
Yeah, and they're perfectly straight. Yeah,
perfectly straight. The completely straight arrows.
Yeah. What's crazy, Mythos, is that okay? And you played Dawn of War, right? The game, right?
Mm-hmm.
The video game, right? I think everybody has, dude. Okay, so you know the of course their choice was the Blood Ravens.
Blood Ravens, right?
Yeah, and this looks exactly like the game. It's just so good. It's the same tone, everything. It's really cool.
So,
well, let me zoom this pappy in. Let me get rid of this, by the way. I'm not going to get rid of this because we're going to go after that. So, okay. So, yeah, man. Jeez.
So crazy. Oh, Oni says this is Gavin all brush.
Wow. Okay.
All brush. Wow. So I love the difference here for like the arrows and the hazard stripes are completely straight lines, like perfectly, they like factory straight lines.
Right.
But then the chalk markings on the rifle where he's scratched in his number of kills look handwritten.
Right.
Like the spectrum. There we go. The spectrum on that, where it's like, oh, well, this is professional. This is right out of the factory. And this is me confirming my kills. Like there's story there, dude.
You know, and the right bloom effect on these on the heat. Oh my gosh.
What do you say the right bloom? Like,
just for me. Are you triggered suddenly?
Are you saying that there's a wrong way to do a heat bloom? Like, are you saying?
Are you gonna shoot me in the face in the game now? God, I'm scared.
Like, is there someone in this room maybe who does an incorrect heat bloom?
No. I mean, we're just talking about just look at that. Look at this. You know, you could look at this. This is amazingly right. I'm not saying anything else is amazingly wrong. I'm saying this is amazingly right. Just, reference.
It is an extremely good looking heat bloom effect. All jokes aside. Walk away, freak. Walk away.
I don't know if I want to do Art of the Week anymore. I have fear.
And here we have a multi-melta where somebody didn't truck up the heat bloom. What? And here we have a heat bloom that is not some Cartoon Network ass bullshit. What? Why did I feel targeted?
God, dog it, dude. Freaking cut you.
That reminds me, though, freak. I have a cement mixer for you when we play next.
And my dumb ass will go over there. You say you got a cement mixer? I got the parts. Boom! You shot me in the face.
How did that happen?
Right? You got too close.
Actually, I don't think it was me who shot you, freak, because clearly I don't have any realistic looking heat bloom on the end of my shotgun, so it couldn't have been me.
God. All right. Retiring Art of the Week.
So on Reddit, this was all day classics, guys. All right, so
I love her cosplay. Jeez,
her cosplay is amazing, and there is credit. One of these screenshots will have credit for the cosplayer. So.
I'll let you know when I move
on. Who submitted this? Was this Phoenix who submitted this one?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm not quite ready to move on yet.
Me either. I mean, honestly, we could finish the stream on You
Yeah,
know, these
on
photos.
this right here, I'm good with this. This is amazing.
It's so well done, and it
It demands
of course,
respect. It really does. It commands respect.
it really does. So just to get it out of the way, because you know there's probably going to be people like, oh yeah, you like the weathering or you like the costume. Yes, she is lovely. We're
Yes.
gonna accept that.
Yes.
We're gonna move
Completely. Everything. Yeah. No, well, not necessarily move on, but yes.
on. But also like the detail that's gone into like the weathering on the fleur-de-lis, the shading. Gary, my friend, good to see you, Gary.
I really want to learn how to do this. You know, how to actually make
cosplay
armor.
and stuff like that.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Oh my gosh.
There's lots of tutorials, man. We just got to hyper focus like we do here.
I know. This is Kinpatsu cosplay. Oh my
Very
goodness.
nice.
Dude,
Hey, when anyone asks me what my favorite cosplay that I've ever made is, this is it. I poured my heart into this costume for over a year, upgrading it, adding to it, adding my own personal touches like the halo, the collar, and the cape. Nice. That is a real legit fan.
Yeah. That is so damn cool. Very, you know what? My hat off to you, madam. Holy crap.
Brilliant. Look at the weathering on the sword there. I mean, that we'll look at all the pictures.
Yes. Oh my. I love this is so cool. So she's looks like she was photoshopped on top of what looks like
a base.
Yeah. Yes. So cool.
On the screen, the YouTube screen, they can't see the base there just because
dang
it's zoomed in a
Oh
little.
dang it. Hold on. Let me see if I can maybe if it'll let me do that. I don't know. Not gonna do it. Damn it. Oh yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
So she's photoshopped onto the Warhammer base, which I think is awesome.
Well done.
But also, that's a good close up of like how detailed those boots are.
Yeah.
All the layers for the articulation and the movement of the feet. The skull, the trim, and all those silver trim and details.
The cool thing about it is you saw how mobile she is.
Mm-hmm.
She was able to move around really easily, so she did a good job.
That pose where she's like the cape is flowing around her.
Yeah.
Oh, such a great sense of movement. Eva Foam is one of my go-tos for light but good looking when effort was put in. Yeah, a lot of the cosplay giants in the world, like Yaya Han and Cam We Cosplay, all talk about starting with Eva Foam and getting some really good effects. So T-Baggage, I didn't realize you were so experienced. My man, you got to hit us up. Give us some tips.
Yeah.
I mean, the first thing, like I wanted to get to 40K eventually, but there's so much detail in 40K. I would love to even start with like a simple Mass Effect kind of armor, as a starting point.
I really want to do a power armor. I was
about to say,
I'm dying.
I know you're like, even with painting, crafting, what 3D printing, I know you, whenever you dive into something, you're like, what's the hardest part of what I'm going to do? That's what I'm going to start with. So it's like cosplay. I'm going to make Centurion armor. Centurion armor? No, aggressors. Give me a dreadnought. What the hell?
I'm going full knight, baby. Whoa. That's right. Full size. Yeah, I really want to learn. I really want to know how this is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean that looks absolutely.
I mean, it looks like live action. It really looks live action, man.
Yeah, it definitely looks like she is in a movie somewhere.
Oh, dude.
I really love the weathering and scratches and rust and everything that's like on her sword blade. So good.
Yeah, look at this.
I have a few cosplays and fashion designs on my Instagram. No armor, sadly, since I lost those pics and armor in moves.
Ooh.
Oni says, are you going to use cardboard for the night?
I'm not talking to you, Oni. I'm not talking to you, man. You shot me in the face. Yes, cardboard. Yeah. Probably construction paper, maybe.
And this is different too. This looks like she went for a different, like a more battle-worn kind of makeup for this one too.
Yeah.
Looks like she's got the eye she lost in battle, some scars on the face, really adding detail to it. Oh, and the other picture we looked at didn't have the high fur collar, which I really love that look. We've all moved on, freak.
No. It's not we. Okay. A we.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to be honest with you. I almost wish I was going Martyred Lady after seeing how good her cosplay is, because
Yeah.
it's very inspiring.
Right.
So Martyred Lady is like the box art. They're like the Ultramarines of the Sisters of Battle. Of course, I'm going Bloody Rose, which is a completely different look, but
Bloody nose.
Bloody
Rose. Rose. R. Rose. Got it. Right.
But still, this one looks fantastic.
Beautiful, 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 dude. Yeah, she's amazing. Okay. Interesting. All right, you got any info on this one, Mythos?
Oh man, these are cool. So Bitsbox, fellow YouTube channel and of course Instagram artist, is doing these his own takes on these heavy intercessors here. And he was going for kind of let me pull up the actual post so that way I can give you the correctamundo information. It's so he did all three of them as kind of this horror theme, and most of these are from 3D prints designs he came up with, but all of them went for this horror kind of theme. And so this one is cool because like the spikes kind of give me like Bowser vibes, but the helmet also kind of gives me BioShock kind of vibes.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool though. So this one I didn't think was that horror. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool and badass looking. Then I got to number 2.
This was creepy. Okay.
This gives me serious
we just went overboard here.
Anytime porcelain dolls, especially like broken porcelain dolls like this one, are introduced in horror, always gives me like extremely creepy vibes. I even commented on his post. I was like, well, I'm not going to be sleeping tonight.
Yeah, this is disturbing.
Bloody Nose and Halo song start seeing the more pics. Must stay loyal. This is so freaking creepy. Like this is the haunt your dreams kind of shit. It is.
Yeah.
I think he's got a third one up now, but he didn't have the third one up when I captured these pictures. But yeah, he's got his own YouTube channel. You can definitely check him out. This one, Kaiju sent me and said, like, this is so good. He was just mad.
Yeah,
like when you look at it from the front here, it looks like box art, right? This looks like 2D, this looks almost painting quality. And then when you start looking at the different angles and you see how 3D it is, it's just like, what?
Nickel Galaxy Minis, cheese and Pete's, dude.
This is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, everything, yes, again, I know I'm going to get called for it, so I'm just going to say it. It's a lovely looking model, but also, the skin tones. You guys know I love seeing really quality female skin tones done on a model. This is incredible. The hair is perfectly done. The fact that they've gone really in depth with, the details on the eyes and the lips to really, I want to buy his models, but they're limited. Oh, okay. These are rare models. But like, everything on the little robo dog here, I mean, just perfectly done. Like you could not ask for this model to be better done. Absolutely phenomenal. Again, like I said, these are the kinds of things that make me feel like, minis should be on display with other art, in a museum somewhere. I've rarely been as instantly angry as I was when I realized this was a model.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking. I mean, you look at the shadow and everything too. It almost looks like somebody posing in front
Right.
of a backdrop for a picture, right?
Right.
He doesn't paint them. He commissions people to paint for box arts. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I think I've got a tag in one of these pictures of who he commissioned to paint this one. Just absolutely stunning work, though.
Mm-mm.
Like this is something that
Unbelievable.
it would be like a centerpiece for your display at home or something like that. Wait, was there not a tag in one of those pictures?
Yeah, I read it.
Oh, okay.
Nico Galaxy Minis.
No. There's a tag in one of the posts of the actual artist. So this is
Yeah.
the person who sells this and has the box art.
Oh, gotcha.
There's a little gray box in one of these
Let
pictures.
me see. No, let's see. It's not that one. Not that one.
There we go.
Wait, you saw it?
Yeah, it was a little gray box in the right-hand corner.
Where?
There you go.
Oh, okay. I see it. Arnau Lázaro.
There you go.
Okay.
White Scars Outrider. Really thought this was, of course, I like the basing effect and everything like that, but man, this chipping is so on point. Really nicely done weathering. Definitely looks like he's been riding through some shit to chip away that paint, man. I see stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, this looks cool. And then I'm like, do I want to do this for my model? Nope.
No, I'm too bougie.
I am too bougie.
Nick Ferris Manus.
I keep thinking, like, do I want to do this with my next army? Get it super beaten up and grimy? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, every time I think about it, I'm like, okay, well, my next one is Sisters. Nope.
Ooh,
my next one is Ultras. Nope.
Black Templar, goodness.
Oh man, okay. This is another one. This Black Templar is one of those that just makes you mad. Like,
oh man, let's see. Oh, wow.
Like, why are you painting this onto this Land Raider and not like the Sistine Chapel or something?
Wow. Yeah. Gorgeous.
So crazy good.
Gorgeous. Holy crap.
Right? Like, if you cover up the Space Marine, this like legit looks like a religious painting somewhere.
Yeah, they got the whole Ark of the Covenant vibe going on here.
Yeah, for sure.
What in the flippin' chickens, bro? What?
This is just absolutely
okay. So at first I'm like, okay, I'm okay. I'm impressed. Really neat. And now I'm like, okay, you're just showing off, pal. Yeah, I get it. You're better than all of us. I get it.
Holy Mother and her squirrel disciples.
Oh my gosh. How though?
Oh, don't worry, Oni. You'll get there one day, man. You already paint so awesomely that people are going to just start sending you free stuff by the box loads soon.
Good grief.
This is, again, just absolutely just stunning, breathtaking even. How on the earth does he do this? Yes. I have no idea.
Agreed. I have no words.
Like this is some, Michelangelo.
My goodness.
Kind of stuff here.
I wonder how long he's been cross-eyed. I mean, the detail. I mean, dude, this isn't a canvas. It's a little tank.
Don't mind me. I'm just realizing how the model in front of me is looking like a duck was trying to paint it.
Amazing. Okay, what do we have here, man?
This is one of those models, though, that go in like the crystal display case. And when you come out in the living room and somebody's like putting it onto the table for like a battle or a game, you're like, what are you doing?
Oh,
Dude. So I was reading this dude's comment section. That's not light shining on that. That shadow and sunlight beam is painted on.
shut up.
That's painted on. I'm telling you.
Are you serious?
Yep. So he was intentionally, or she, I don't know. He or she was intentionally going for the way light spills into a chapel. Isn't that crazy?
Come on. And
Like-
it looks like natural lighting.
Yeah, when we talk about, painting in, painting in lighting, painting in the lighting, painting in shadows, we talk about that a lot in the hobby. When we talk about OSL or Zenithal style painting or painting in volumes, we talk about where's your light coming from. We talk about, painting in the shadows. This is something else, dude. Wow. And I think specifically for the purpose of the vibe that they were going for, of a light spilling into a chapel, that's why they've given this such a big walled base.
Yeah.
Just so that way they could really display that feeling of light shining in through the window.
Eric Thorin. Okay.
If this is the previous artist we were talking about,
Yeah.
if this is a Land Raider, I'm both scared and excited to see their knights.
Man. All right, fella. Yeah, you.
I can't take any more of this. I'm going to work. Gary, my friend, you have a fantastic day at work. Enjoy your weekend and take care, my friend. Just mind-blowing stuff. Oh, by the way, this is a whip. Just
no.
just to throw a little more salt in. This is a whip.
Oh man. Dude. Let's look at the Land Raider again.
My painting in the shadows is more when I've forgotten to turn on the light. I'm right there with you, my friend. Me too. Man, it's going to be hard for me to get this Stormcast Eternal Army finished up for July with all my paintbrushes burnt.
Nothing says giving up like looking at artwork. From Art of the Week. Good night. I don't know why we do that.
Craziness.
Oh.
I'm gonna check my phone again to make sure nobody has sent us any more amazing artwork
Meantime,
to
I'll
share with us.
do a little work here.
Hey,
Depressing.
we've got a Lupus in our Discord. Great to see you,
Yeah.
my brother. A member of our Discord said that their wife asked him, "When did you buy these models?" And I said, "Did you do the whole T-Rex thing of freezing and not moving while you try and come up with
Yeah, if I don't move, she
Try-
won't see me.
freeze while you try and come up with a suitable answer?" He said, "Nah, I just I kept asking her what model she was talking about for about 10 minutes." So Phoenix says that, that's when you get your significant other into the hobby. So that way both of you can just hand over your paychecks to GW each week. Really solid advice there, Phoenix. All right, was that all of our art, my brother? I
That's
see you got us
everything.
back on us.
Yep.
Nice. Well, we have actually wrapped up with about 15 minutes. Look at us, all on time and stuff for once.
We can take our time. Just
Man,
wrapping
I,
it up.
I guess it helps when we actually start the show on time, huh?
Right? That was probably the first time in I don't know when. Started right at 8:30. Like, oh my gosh. What the hell is wrong with us?
Oni says, burn the brushes, turn to finger painting, then burn those fingers. You know, I was going to say, like, this escalated quickly, you know, but at this point, with all the art we just looked at, that sounds about right. Well, dude, I am excited to get into some more hobby this week. I think
I'm going to do some tomorrow, man. Saturday. I'm going to go out and do some painting.
Speaking of doing some hobby, normally after the show, guys, we do a little hobby hangout session where, you know, we put on Google Meet and kind of hang out with some of our fellow, you know, some of our viewers, some of our friends, and do some painting together, not with the stream on, not with the camera on. We just hang out, have a good time. This week, though, I've got family stuff going on. You know, once a month, I've got some family obligations to take care of. And so I'm not going to be hosting tonight. If you guys do some hobbying in, though, definitely send us some pictures. We'd like to see you guys having a good time and getting some models painted, though. That'd be awesome. And Freak and I were talking about in another week or so, hopefully we'll be getting in our first game of the year with each other, that is.
Right.
But yeah, it's hard to imagine so much time has flown by. But man, we got to get some 40K in.
Absolutely.
So I have narrowed it down to my orcs. So maybe these guys will be painted up by then. I'll get some DACA in on the battlefield too. DACA. So that'll be cool. I did, while we were covering some of the articles, manage to get rust on those last two super shiny guns. So now they're all beat up like the others. And I think before bed tonight, I might cover them in some streaking grime. And yeah, so that way I can weather them up a little bit more, bring some of that shine back after the streaking grime dries. And then, yeah, they'll be one step closer to being done.
Nice.
Those of you who were watching on my Wednesday stream, I get asked a lot on how I do my weathered orc metal. And so I covered a little bit of that in my Wednesday stream. Basically, I beat it all to hell. And then, you know, I go back in with a little of this stuff that's called Silver Hue. It's a very translucent silver. So you paint in a bunch of rust and grime effects and stuff like that. And then you bring back just a little bit of metallic see-through shine over the top. And when you hit it with that matte varnish, it ties all the layers together. And then boom. The announcement of the AOS 3 box tomorrow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I already have been hit up by an awesome fella of the chat, my brother Oni. Because I'm doing Stormcast and playing Stormcast in the birthday shindig for AOS that we're doing. And so it's going to be perfect for me. Kick off AOS 3 with some of the brand new Stormcast. That'll be cool.
Nice.
Which, since I barely have scraped myself within about 30 points of 1,000 points, it'll be good to be able to get, like, you know, a good expansion to the army. So, but in order to get there, I've got a lot of building and painting to do over the next 6 weeks. I don't know if you guys think I can do it. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm really going to push myself because that's what, 3-4 boxes I need to assemble and paint, plus these liberators that are already assembled. So AOS poo pants, no bolters. You know, I like to think myself as a very flexible man. I can go both ways.
Oh my God.
No, I know that. But yeah, I think that's 4 boxes I need to build and paint, and then I need to finish painting these liberators here. So that's 5 units in total in 6 weeks I need to do.
Nice.
So,
you got this, bro.
I think I'm definitely going to be documenting that on here on the show, and I think even more on YouTube's. I think I'm going to do more of these Wednesday painting chats that I do after work, because it's interesting. So one of the things I was sharing with brother Steve from Who Took My Dice is that when I'm painting by myself, I feel like the world's, one of the world's slower painters. I just don't. I feel like I'm just, especially batch painting stuff. I don't feel like I'm getting anything done. I feel stuck in the mud,
Right.
And when when I'm doing it on stream, I don't know if it's just because I'm running my mouth the whole time and trying to keep up with the chat. And I always get more done than I think I do.
Right.
So like I streamed for about an hour and a half this last time, and normally I wouldn't feel like I get a lot done in an hour and a half on 10 guys, but I got the metallics done on all the weapons. I got the black leather painted on. I got the gray of the pants all painted on, and I got rust effects on 8 out of 10 weapons.
Right.
So I got quite a bit of shit done during just one stream. So
Right.
I figure if I can keep using opportunities like that to help push me forward, I should be looking looking a little better to be ready by the time.
Yeah, that's a good venue. I think that'll work. I mean, honestly, that's kind of where I do the bulk of mine whenever we're doing our our painting sats. Get to sit down and then do some painting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll be sending you progress pics as well. Nice. Is that just for me, or is that something that to toss up on Art of the Week? You tell me. Mrs. Flexible Man, not a phrase I would use. You know what I mean. I am way too rigid to say that. Way too rigid to say that. Oh. Awesome. Well, guys, those are my upcoming projects I've got on the go. Things. Oh, wait. I know we're done with Art of the Week per se. You mentioned Teabaggins that you've got some cosplay bits up on your Instagram. Is that acceptable to? Is that okay for me to show off your page, or there's certain cosplays or pics you want me to show? I want to make sure that I'm not giving more than you're willing to share. Or if that was just for my own personal, go take a look at it whenever I want. It's a shame that yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'm just going to send you the page there, my brother. And we can take a look at that real quick. And that'll be what we end the night on. And a refresh. There we go. Looking crisp, baby.
All right, let's see. Okay.
All right. So we got some cool stuff here, including I really like the Fallout cosplay. Ah, there we go. Teabaggins, by the way, also makes cool shirts like that Space Wolf shirt. So that first one there with the gruesome mouth, that is a necromorph from the video game Dead Space. You can see the extended mouth. It's going, looking very cool. Very cool, gruesome cosplay. Gruesome. All these very cool conversions down here. Really dig them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Business Stormtrooper. Gotta love it. So it says he doesn't have the armors anymore. Lost him in some moves, but there's definitely some cool stuff here.
Yeah.
I really like the Fallout bit there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool stuff, brother. Cool stuff.
Very nicely done.
Yep.
So much talent, man. So much talent in our in this community, man.
What? The Stormtrooper was his prom pick.
No way. That's so cool.
That's so awesome. The belt is blue foam turned to worn leather. Nice. I was just thinking that I like the weathering on your leather belt there and on the pouches and whatnot. You got some skills, brother. You got some skills indeed. I've done a couple minor cosplays, but never really made my own. So, I mean, I'm incredibly impressed. Where did my commander baby come over here and lay back your dad? Oh, it's from the Thunder?
Yeah, we're hearing it over here too. It's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, anytime there's thunder, somebody tries to fit underneath Daddy's desk. There's no room under the desk, but we'll snuggle up together.
Poor baby.
All right, well, that has been actually a lot of fun tonight, guys. We got some really cool news tonight. We talked crap about working as security managers for about an hour. That was a one-sentence derail of, man, I wish I could get coffee directly IV'd in the mouth. Oh, man. I learned weathering and dry brushing from Warhammer and used it on the belt. I was thinking that in some ways, like the weathering and stuff like that, like when we were looking at the young lady's sword earlier, that a lot of the weathering techniques and painting techniques that we use in miniature painting would be pretty applicable to some of the effects you want to create in cosplay too.
Right.
Also, I thought about that a little bit when I was watching a couple of cosplays done by, oh my God, the guy from Mythbusters, Tested, Adam Savage. There we go. That's a name. But yeah, when he does some of his cosplay stuff, I'm like, oh, we could totally use this effect or that effect. We could hit this with a wash. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. Yes, Oni. So, very cool stuff. So, guys, there's so much phenomenal stuff here tonight. I don't know whether I'm more excited about the Sisters Codex we looked at. I'm not super excited about chapter approved because, like, I'm being honest with you guys. I'm not saying don't go spend your money on GW stuff. That is not the message I'm giving here tonight.
No,
but there are some products that Freak and I are more likely to spend our money on than others.
Yep.
Am I excited for paying for the Codex? Yes, I will absolutely buy the Sisters of Battle Codex and the Codex for any other armies I play. As far as chapter approved, though, I'm just gonna look up the points changes.
Yeah, honestly, we use just the Codex just for a reference more than anything. So we use Battlescribe. I mean, we will spend the money to buy the Codex. It's not an issue. It's just we have it as a reference, but we're gonna use Battlescribe because it's a simpler tool.
Yeah, I mean, again, not only are we not investing in a book of just points changes,
right,
but we're not writing out lists by hand and stuff like that.
Right.
And people are going to tell us, well, then you're not making lists correctly. But we're a couple of casuals playing with each other.
What?
If I played regularly, if we played regularly in a competitive environment, if we were going to stores for tournaments and stuff like that, yeah, I would want to do it the right way. But I mean, for just a couple of friends playing kitchen table games, no big deal to us.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'm excited for the Codex. I'm excited for some of those changes, like the fact that Sisters of Battle are getting like chaplain litanies now. That's pretty cool. I really loved a lot of the art we looked at, like that freaking mural Land Raider, the sunbeam painting. I think my favorite thing of the entire night was the cosplay, though. That was pretty awesome.
Absolutely.
Actually, yeah, really, really awesome. And man, how did you do those gory makeup effects like with the necromorph? Because man, that really looked fleshy, like the maw was definitely gonna snap on somebody. But yeah, really awesome stuff tonight. Freak, what are your closing thoughts, my brother?
Another great show, man. A lot of great, chat from the chat. Of course, thanks for helping us with the derail. Total support from the community here. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm actually excited about those Bounty minis there, or models, dude. I can't wait, dude. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I really want to do that. Oh, we may actually have to change our YouTube banner to have those two guys on there or something. That'd be cool.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
different
those
poses.
Imperial. I was gonna say the Knights have been up there a hot minute, so yeah, there's time for an update.
Most def, man. Most definitely. But yeah, man.
For the
Very
armor,
excited.
a cool technique I use is blow drying on the foam, which I'm sure makes it warmer, looser, more susceptible to changes, and then using rolled up tin foil and dabbing it to get a stressed look. I imagine once you warm up that foam, it's more likely to keep those stresses you put in, and yeah, that's cool. Necro was my first attempt with liquid latex and using clear gloss mixed with glue and watering a bit of fake blood with dark red paint. Nice. Yeah, it would definitely look gory, and it looked perfect for a necromorph. You're welcome for the derail, and thank y'all for a good show. Appreciate that, my brother. Guys, we really had a great time hanging out with you guys tonight. If you guys enjoyed tonight's show, please make sure that you grab up an ox and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. Of course, if you're watching from the archives, drop us some comments down below and feel free to be part of any of these ridiculous conversations. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to any of our Chilling Network brothers down below, or if you're not subscribed to beautiful faces like that one in the yellow box below me now, right?
Well,
There
the
we
one
go.
that Oni shot. Yeah, that.
Then we would love to have you as part of the pack here on the Frost and Fist. Until next time, guys.
Dude, Frosty.